Hey everybody, I'm going to make a quick video tutorial for North American and European players of Black Desert Online on how to craft your level 2 fishing boat. I typically don't make video guides, so if I skip over some content or I'm a little too quick for you, I apologize. There are other videos out there that make it seem easy. I can tell you from my personal experience, I've got about 80 hours since day 2 of launch to get to the point of crafting my boat, but I also manually handled the gathering of the materials, as well as had my workers gather the materials. There are plenty of people out there that will tell you just save the money, earn it other ways, and spend $1.5 million on the marketplace. Well, I wanted to personally achieve gathering the materials myself, and I've probably only spent about 10 or 15 hours doing other things in the game other than focusing on getting my level 2 fishing boat. As I make this video, it's still in the process of being crafted, but I can at least get you through the beginning steps on how to get your boat. So here we go. Bear with me. Like I said, I've never done a video guide before. So either way, you can get it before level 50. Some of the guides that are out there, they were level 50 plus to get this going. But on the screen here, you can see there's a list of materials that you will need. And I went out and manually harvested some of the birch timber myself by using my energy to chop down the trees, contributing towards guild quests as well. But I also have workers out there working on it. And the city you see here is Calphion. You're going to need to connect your nodes to the DS farm, to the North Wheat Plantation, over here to Old Dandelion. Old Dandelion offers the birch timber. You can assign one worker there. I highly suggest investing your energy into the node, probably higher than what I had it at level 2, so you get more materials out of the node itself from your workers' production. The next is going to be the Crudo Cave. It's from the same node, okay, over here, and that's for your tin ore. Tin is very scarce on the marketplace on our server right now because so many people are focused on buying the materials to make their boat that the minute that the ore hits the market, it's gone. I can tell you that I probably bought about 100 ore myself, okay, and then the rest I gathered manually by spending the energy through my 5 tunes running up in these mountains. Even though I was only level 15 at the time, I brought strong enough potions to go up there and outrun the mobs as they were chasing me as I was harvesting the tin and copper myself. So you're definitely going to want to invest into your nodes from here to here and make sure you have one worker on each of these from the city of Calphion. Okay, so you need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to have 5 contribution points just to get the nodes, but then what you have to do is click into the node and invest into the node itself. As you can see here, I've got a worker collecting the timber, that's the birch timber. The higher the level skilled worker that you have, whether it's a green, blue, or a professional, which you have to level to get a professional most of the time anyway, I've had them out there working for 5 days to collect the materials. Now, you will hear about a mineral and carpentry workshop that you will need. I had that work done here inside of Calphion. I did the wood workbench, okay, and the mineral refinery right next to each other, so they could craft the ingots that were needed, as well as the plywood that's needed. Mineral workbench, yeah, here we go. No, I went right back to the same one. I meant to go to carpentry, excuse me. Wood workbench. They make the birch plywood from the birch timber that you make. You know, you're going to mainly want to split the birch timber into planks and then have your workers go from planks to plywood. This is an energy consuming process if you want to do it manually instead of just buying the materials on the market. Personally, I went against Private Wiggles' guide because he said do it all in FERRY port, but then you have to transport all the materials to get it over there to the starting processes. Well, I put stuff into my bank here in Calphion, and the reason I chose these 2 sites is because the bank is right here in the corner, so all the workers had to do was come run up the street here and put the materials into the bank instead of some of these further away locations that have refineries as well. After I've crafted all the materials and processes needed, the timber, the ore, the copper, the tin, and the pine sap is very easy to get. There's pine everywhere. Just get some needles and go extract the pine. It's only 30 pine trees that you have to do. Ultimately, after you have all your materials gathered and combined, you're going to want to transport them either manually or by horse or wagon over here to FERRY port. And make sure you bring some money too, because you're going to need money to buy the workers and to buy the houses and everything else needed. On second floor, number 3-5 of FERRY, you can search up here for shipyard, excuse me. Yeah, and it's going to show you the one and only place that's available. Okay, you're going to want to get this up to level 2. It takes 2.5 hours to craft level 1, and I believe it was 5 hours to get it to level 2. What you're going to want to do, before I even show you that, is get all your materials brought over here to the bank in the FERRY port. Make sure you have some money in there so you can buy the houses or have it on your character personally. I made a few mistakes of running back and forth to Calpheon on my horse and didn't have enough money to buy all the prerequisite houses. As you can see here, it requires a large amount of storage as a prerequisite to buy the shipyard, because they believe that you're going to bring all the raw materials over. Well, I brought the plywood and the powder and the sap all broken down, ready to go. Here's the big part. 5 workers. Okay, you can have more if you want, but I put 5 workers to it, each doing one task. It takes an awful lot amount of beer. I hired all goblin workers because they work faster, but they also take a lot more micromanaging because you got to give them beer more often. It's a total of 160 work orders. It's been crafting now since last night, so I'm probably at about 12 hours to get to this point of 115, 160. I'll have my boat tonight. Once you're done in the FERRY Ports Bank, you will have a fishing boat license. You can then take it to the docks and claim your boat, register your boat just like you would a horse or anything else. Personally, I'm going to bring it up to Villa to do it up from there because it's easier access to take the boat to go to the islands up there for fishing. People say, why would you want to put in all this work and do a fishing boat instead of a ferry? Because the ferry has more durability, it has the same amount of storage or pretty much close there to it. You could buy accessories or craft accessories to make your fishing boat 2 or 3 times faster than a ferry, have more storage, better handling, and it's the only boat in the game when the content is released that you can do whale hunting with a harpoon gun that you attach to the front of the boat. You won't be able to do that with a ferry. So either way, like I said, I'm not big on guides, but I hope this helps. You can find guides online, that materials list that I found that's posted on the screen there came from a walkthrough guide that was part of the Korean version, but the materials count is on point. I can tell you that with the tin ore and the birch, because I had my my processing and gathering skills up, I did it on my alt, which is a level 17. Okay, she's an apprentice 2 or 3 on both gathering and processing. I was able to proc more per gather and per process when I was breaking down the tin and the copper. So it doesn't always cost, it doesn't take the exact amount of times to craft as it says it does, but either way, good luck everybody, and I hope this helps a little bit. Have a good one.